What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Luke here, back with another video. Now today I'm going to be telling you guys a story about when I almost got caught watching porn at Bandcamp. Now this wasn't just me, this was like my friends and I, so I guess if that gives a little bit more of a reason for this happening than there, but I don't really know. So a lot of my stories are from when I was in grade 7 or 8 or 9. Just because, I'm only 18, I don't really have that many experiences to share with you guys other than the things that happened throughout junior high and high school. And the stuff that happened through high school was pretty underwhelming, but I might tell those sometime. So I'm pretty sure I was in grade 7. I might have been in grade 8, but I can't really remember. But in grade 6 and 7, and possibly 8, I was a band student. I really enjoyed it for the first year, but going into grade 7 and grade 8, if I wasn't, let's just say I was in grade 7 to make things easier. So in grade 6 and 7, I was a super big band kid. I really like band, but I liked it a lot more in grade 6 than I did in grade 7. In fact, I actually didn't like band at all in grade 7. I played the saxophone, the alto saxophone. I actually have a clip of me playing when I was in the band, so I'll show it right now. That was actually me. I know it's kind of hard to believe. I was a little bit taller then than I am now, but I was really good. That was actually me, I promise. Now, as I said previously, in grade 7, I wanted to drop out of band class. I didn't really like it as much as I did the previous year, and it just wasn't fun. We had 7 a.m. practices before school started, and I know that doesn't seem bad to a lot of you guys because some of you guys start school at 7, but for me, man, I hate waking up early. I hated going to band class, and at 7 a.m. and then to have a full day of school after that was just awful. We also had these practice sheets that we had to hand in, and what you had to do was go home and play your instrument, whatever it was, for 20 minutes every single night, and then get it signed by your parents at the end of the month. And me being me, I didn't actually do it like once. I practiced maybe once every 2 weeks or so. And my practices, I would cut it short. I would do like 10 minutes and get bored. The only way that I handed those in was if I would forge my parents' signature and hand it in to the teacher, or I just wouldn't hand it in at all. And I only forged my parents' signature maybe once or twice, so I was doing pretty bad for those. So at this time during the year, I really didn't care about band. I didn't care about my mark, I didn't care about how well I played the instrument, I didn't care about my teacher. All I cared about was going to band class so I could fool around with my friends. And at around this time, this was when we were going to go to band camp, which is actually pretty fun because you get to miss school and essentially you get to just go hang out with your friends for a couple of days at a random place. One of the rules that they had was that we weren't allowed to bring electronics, so that was kind of unfortunate because I really liked I think it was an iPod or like the first generation iPhone, and I really like playing games on it and stuff, right? So not being able to bring electronics to be able to text my friends or play games during the trip would have been extremely boring. But because one of my friends was a pretty big badass, I guess, he snuck in his iPhone, and I mean, it wasn't really sneaking it in. He just put it in his bag and brought it. Like, they weren't gonna check our bags or anything, so I don't know why it was such a big deal. But I mean, you have to remember we were in grade 7, so like, this stuff was a big deal for us. And somehow during the trip, we figured out the Wi-Fi password. I think we may have snuck in to the office room where they had the router and stuff and gotten it from there. We might have asked a teacher, or may have just guessed it because it was a really easy password. I'm not too sure how we got it, but we ended up getting it in the end. So after a long day of playing my instrument, it was a pretty bad day of playing my instrument, I'll be honest. So after a long day of practice, we got to go back to our bunks, and I think they put us to bed at around 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock because we were in grade 7, obviously, so they put us to bed pretty early. And I think there were around 6 people in the room. There may have been more, may have been less, but I can remember that there were a few bunks and there would be 2 people on the bottom and then 1 person on the top for each bunk. So I can remember at least 6 people, but there was probably more in there with us. So lucky for me, I got to get a top bunk alone, and I actually really enjoyed top bunks on bunk beds. But the fact that I didn't have to sleep beside someone was even better because, I mean, I've slept in the same bed as my friends before, but I mean, if you're on a trip like this, it's nicest to have your own little space. So this is when it started to happen. After the teachers checked on us and everything, because they had, I think, 3 or 4 checks that they would just come in, knock on the door, and open it, and see if we were all there still. After all the checks happened, this was probably around 11 o'clock, the teachers had gone to bed, and we were just there, sort of talking, but we had to whisper because the teacher's room was right near ours. So we were being quiet about it, but my friend pulls out his iPod, and we remembered that he had the password, so we decided that we would do some stuff. Now, it got pretty boring pretty fast, like, there wasn't much to do on his iPod, so we all kind of went back into our beds and just laid there and talked. We all did that, but the 2 people under me on the same bunk bed. So for some reason, they decided that they wanted to go and watch porn. And okay, you have to remember, this is at Bandcamp, okay? So they're watching porn in the same bed. Like, they slept right next to each other. It's not like the same sheets and stuff. Like, we had our sleeping bags, but they were probably like 6 inches apart from each other on the same bed. So it's pretty freaking awkward to watch porn like that. So I mean, they were doing the deed, I guess, right beside each other in separate sleeping bags, mind you, but it's still kind of weird. They were the only 2 doing it, and it was right under me, and I can remember how awkward it was for everyone in the room, but it was kind of funny at the same time. I don't really know why. So after they were done the deed, the guy under me, one of the guys, he kept crying out to me saying like, "Luke, it smells really bad down here. Like, can I please come up there and sleep beside you?" And I'm like, "No, you can't, dude. That's gross. You just jerked off and you want to sleep in the same bed as me? Bro, that's weird. Okay, that's really freaking weird." So fast forward to the next day, after this happened. Fun fact, apparently in that sleep, I was like squealing and like making really weird noises. So I think I might be an exorcist, but I'm not really too sure, but I don't know, I just thought that was kind of a fun fact. So again, fast forward to the next morning, the teacher actually finds the iPod and she confiscates it from us, and that's when we realized we really messed up. So after my friends were done doing their stuff, he forgot to close all the tabs on his phone. He just pressed the home button because he was busy complaining to me, asking to sleep in the same bed as me, so he just forgot. In retrospect, this wasn't really a big deal because, like, she would have to open the phone. There was no passcode, I don't think, but she would have to open the phone and then open the internet to find that out. And I don't think that she would have gone on the phone, but it was just a really big worry for us because this is a really, really big deal, man. Now, I wish I had a better ending to the story, but there really isn't. She confiscated the iPod, and nothing really happened after that. I think she just gave it to my friend, like, after the trip, and she never found it. So it was a pretty close call. I remember, like, that night, like, really, really well, and it's probably the most memorable Bandcamp moment I've ever had. But I'll be honest, not much things happen during Bandcamp, so I mean, it's pretty easy to make memorable memories at Bandcamp. So that's the whole story. My camera's gonna die and I have people coming over in like 5 minutes, so I have to end off this video right now. I've been doing a lot of stories lately, so I might change up my content in the future. But if you guys like this style of video, don't forget to leave a comment down below and leave a like on this video. Our last video did extremely well. It has like 200 views or something. So I really, really want to thank you guys for that. It really means a lot. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you in my next video. Don't forget to leave a like on this video, leave a comment down below, and if you didn't like it, leave a dislike and let me know why in the comments. But the camera's gonna die, so I really have to hurry this up. Okay, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace out!